Hey, good afternoon. It's Jeff Roper here. You ready to go and shred on your sled? Yeah, we've got some avalanche issues. Centennial Mountains, they've got an avalanche warning. They're around Island Park. I want you to be careful if you're planning on spending the weekend there too. Some of this snow, it is flying along the TETON Pass here. It can move, and with the winds, it will not be secure. Butte City, Arco area, this is headed out toward the site. We've seen some blowing snow earlier in this newscast. That front that is going to come through here, and I've plotted it for you. It's right there past Arco. The wind's going to calm down right afterwards, but anything that flies into that cold air afterwards will turn to snow, and we're expecting some accumulations, in many cases more than maybe you might think, into some areas, especially south Pocatello, into the southeastern highlands, and a couple of inches into Idaho Falls possible. Anything that floats around tonight is going to freeze, because we're going to take these mid-40 afternoon temps and we're going to drop them into the teens. It'll be about 18 or 19 degrees. We have sustained winds of 32 miles an hour in Pocatello. We've seen gusts this hour of up to 54. Earlier we had a gust of 68 miles an hour. It reminds us of what we saw this morning in Twin as that front just edges along and comes down 84 and starts to ride up 15. 42 at Idaho Falls with blowing rain, and it is that cold rain, just miserable. Feels like it's about 33 degrees. So the pink areas are our winter storm warnings, and that's significant accumulations of snow. And in the winter weather advisories, we're watching that to see if we upgrade any of those into the evening hours with some more accumulations. But the front with the wind has been the big story today. We've had several thousand people without power, mainly to the south of Blackfoot, where those winds were gusting up to 68 miles an hour. Signs down, roofs blown off, and we also had about 3,000 people without power. We're down now in the McCammon area or whatnot, from what our executive producer is telling us, to around 500 people. But now would be a great time to take a lesson and charge your phone, download the app, and make sure you're set in case the power goes out tonight. This high wind warning remains in effect till about 3. The front will push through and will cancel this, so things will subside in terms of the turbulence. 32 mile an hour winds now into Pocatello, 21 Idaho Falls, 17 in Blackfoot. So a gusty afternoon. This is where the wind warning is. You know, that stretch of road between Idaho Falls and the Rose and Shelley Firth exit, and you get on into Blackfoot where you see the signs and they tell you, hey, prone to high wind. Yeah, we know. We saw it today, and it got into Chubbuck too. I think it blew down the sign at the Goodwill store. So there's plenty to be concerned about. Avalanche warnings in effect for the Centennial Mountains. They're into Island Park and into the Sawtooth Mountains. Cold air with the stream of moisture riding up that front, almost like it's a roller coaster. It just pulls right into the station, and we start to see the formation of snow into the evening hours. Accumulations 2, 4, 6, 8 inches, and even more so with another storm that will be here on into Thursday, which makes our mountain snows top that foot mark as we get into parts of the latter weekend. And that's good for the region. The wind chills right now, not too much to be concerned with. It's tomorrow that we'll have less of high winds, but more chilly winds. These are the wind chills. I'm tracking them into tomorrow morning. They will be in the teens in the morning hours and below zero as we get toward 8 o'clock tomorrow. So things around here are going to freeze, and if there's any kind of moisture out there this afternoon, it will definitely freeze, but that wind chill will cut right through you. And even into tomorrow night, we'll see wind chills approaching the 0 even mark and below that into the mountain community. So winter storm warning and winter storm advisories remain in effect, with that high wind warning until 3 for portions of our interstate from Blackfoot into Pocatello and Fort Hall. We're going to hover around 40. That rain changes to snow into the late afternoon when the news is back on, and tomorrow will be a frosty, chilly start. Here's the Vipercast. It starts shucking and jiving here about 4 o'clock. Those winds ride that front, and that's when we start to see deepening snows, especially into the southeastern highlands, and it will linger into tomorrow morning, and everything on the ground will freeze and freeze again, because we're not going to take temperatures out of here with above maybe 35 degrees for the rest of the week. It'll be in the teens overnight. So though the breezes, and there's the radar one more time, take a look at the forecast. It'll be right around freezing or in the upper 20s for the rest of the week in the daytime. Pocatello, windy and cold with showers around and some snow into tonight. and we're not going to get above 33 degrees for the rest of the period. Blackfoot 45 will max out today, and we're going to hover into those December normal seasonal temperatures. I think December arrives now. I think this is it. I talked to Santa yesterday. He's pretty happy. He can get the sled to park now. Salmon with low clouds, some fog, and some showers still around with temperatures in the teens and a little above freezing. And in Jackson, you know, we got the snow and then some sunshine, maybe into Friday, but we're still going to be chilly and freezing around there. Dylan?